It's called Ordinance 2966. It's against the Martin versus Boise. So they're giving them tickets, you know what I mean? They got no place to go. So when they write these individuals tickets, there's an accumulation. I have copies, I'll give them to you. One lady got 8, okay? Then you got this place with Rockstar Rescue Mission that's on the other side. It's Almenta, where they have the showers and stuff. So that's within the boundaries, of giving the tickets, a gray area, of their ordinance, okay? 2966, okay? Crossing, you have Plaza Park. So they want to clean it up because of business owners, right? Good, bad business, parks, stuff like that. Historical, right? Those buildings, right? They want to build apartments, right? Market rate, not low income. They got downtown. Who wants to live? You got the beach over there. You got River. You got where the mall. The mall is over there off of Oxnard Boulevard, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So higher up because those are going for like 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, $2,000. All the amenities. Okay. The gentleman for Oxnard, right, the city manager, he brought in a developer. He picks and chooses what he wants. So he brings in a developer, and let's put this stuff together. You know what I mean? Well, the developer don't like it. He leaves. So that's sitting on the table, but that's their dream. They don't want him there. They want to make downtown Oxnard look good. Oxnard's its reputation. So behind it, on 2nd Street, right, they want to build this $34 million mansion. It's got 110 beds, and it's Mercy House. That's only a couple blocks away. So now we got the project room key, right? Okay. So they're looking at it, and it was discussed, and there's things happening today, right, about the Vagabond. So we got this. Look, we got downtown Oxnard here. We got this $34 million thing, okay, and then they don't want the element, right? Market rate, right? Not Section 8, market rate. They're not going to get it. It's not going to probably be condos. So we got this location for $34 million. Well, down you go down Saviors, you go down about a half a block, and you got this hotel that they want to buy, this Vagabond, right? Another 70-something beds, right? So all this money, all these investments, but technically by what they're showing, they don't want the element. What are they really doing? A long time ago, downtown Oxnard, as part of city's money, there was a lawsuit, okay? And the lawsuit, they ended up getting awarded $6.1 million, okay? So that's a fund that the city can dip into, you know what I mean? So what they did is last year, because of the police, those $200,000 allocated, they did 170,000, and then it said there was like 50,000, homeless services, but they didn't take it out of there. So last year, December, right, the monies that were left, I don't have up to date, was at least, it was 4.5 million that came from a city official. So we got this 4.5 million. Last night's agenda, they want outreach. They want to put an outreach team. And they want to take that from that fund. Now they have a right to, but they want to take 100,000 from that fund for outreach. And they're saying that they started in March. They didn't start in March. They didn't start last year. You see. So what's going to happen is that thing was talked about last night. I don't know if it went through. They were supposed to call me to speak. I didn't get the call. Somebody said I did, but I didn't. So now we got this outreach team, and it's designated for the downtown Oxnard area. It's $100,000. Okay. So we got an outreach team that's going out. What exactly are they going to do to outreach to help these people when these mansions haven't been built, the hotels, are looked at, still looking at stuff as far as building. We're looking at years down the road, and what they've done is, because this is downtown Oxnard money, the community action is on the other block on Richmond, not downtown, okay? So they can't take the funds out of there. So what they did is there's no essentials. There's no essentials for these people. So I went there Monday. I get a call at 9:30, right? And as you know, Doug and I were there volunteering our time. They didn't have volunteers. They didn't have nothing. They don't even have a cup of coffee for somebody, man. You know what I mean? So I get a call at 9:30. The guy says, "Hey, Lang, hey man, what's going on?" He says, well, "Nobody's doing laundry." I said, "What did you say?" So I get in my car and I shoot over there, and there's two ladies that are sitting in the front. And it only takes one person to hand out hygiene. And I said to the security guard, I said, "What's going on, man?" He said, "The volunteers didn't show up." I said, "Are you serious?" So I told them in advance, and so did me and Portello, that we would have people. We even supplied them. So what happened is they didn't make that call. So last week the excuse was, we got 2 volunteers around the 101. How big is the 101? Okay. So now to get into it, so I get there and I said, "Hey, what's going on?" And he said, "Well, there's nobody there." So I said, "Okay, I should get Arnie for me." So I walk in there and there's 2 ladies sitting in the front Well, they assume I'm a homeless guy. I don't know. I brush my teeth, but I'm just joking. So I walk in there and I said, she says, do you need hygiene or anything? I said, no, I'm a homeless advocate. So it doesn't take two people. I said, what happened to the laundry? Well, nobody's here to volunteer, but there's two ladies sitting up there. So I said to the security guard, I said, hey man, did you have a good turnout today? He said, yeah. And I said, how many? He said, 20. There wasn't 20 people there. I got the call. There was about 8 people that went there. People are not going to put on. They didn't have towels there. There was nobody to man it. So I called Tara Caruth, and you know, I'm on it. And Tara Caruth is, you know, the one that got the money. So I said, Tara, I want the truth. I said, how much money was spent for this? And she said, $8,500. They want to do an outreach team. They spent $8,500, but the terms and condition is they had to hire an employee, you know, to audit how many people come in and out. Those are lying numbers, right? You know what I mean? To make them look good. It's $8,500 for potentially 6 months, right? Okay. But the terms and condition is that when they agreed to this, that they would man it with volunteers. Well, there's a bunch of people that work in the front. You know what I mean? You got a security guard that's not doing no security. In regards to washing clothes, the routine is there's 4 machines. All you have to do if somebody cares is you open the door. You say, "Look, man, you know you're not going to touch their stuff. You know they don't want you to touch their stuff either, but you don't want to either. But you're friendly. Hey, homie, you know, can you put your stuff in there for me? Ain't no problem, Lang. You know, you put it in, you close the door, you put in a pod. They didn't have any last week, and you press a freaking button. They're you know, I had to look at the instructions. They're good washers and dryers. You know what I mean? And you let it run. You run them on. They go 29, 31 minutes. It goes beep. You know what I mean? You do what you got to do for that time. You come back in. Hey, man, your stuff's done. They put it in the dryer and you press it again. Done. The door's locked. It doesn't take nobody. Nobody cared. Nobody cared, man. That's the point out here. They don't care. So what happens is I just talked to James Boyd. James Boyd said they did drop off some stuff. He said he's going to try to get some towels, and they said they're on it. And then Tara was telling me that they're going to try to match it 5,000 or something. And you know what? That's an essential. You know, that's when people used to connect with their mail, get on the internet. You know, there was somebody that cared. I mean, you know, you would think that, you know, they got coffee pots in there that these people working. If somebody could donate, you know, you get a big can of coffee, some MJB. They don't care. You know what I mean? For $5, you know, at Aldi's. You know what I mean? Smart and Final. I mean, you just walk and you have a hot cup of coffee. They don't care if it's got cream or sugar. We like sugar, but they don't even do that for you. Nobody cares. They're caring about the project. And in regards to this project, Room Key, you know, there's an article that went out. They talked about doing this great job that Ventura County was on it. Well, the only reason why Ventura County was on it is because of Emilio Ramirez. Emilio Ramirez is with the Housing Authority, and if you look up Emilio, he's on one of the boards with our governor. When they brought in those hotels, you know, first of all, Ventura was looking like crap as far as homeless. But see, what happened is it turned around on these people. So when they got these 4 hotels in, you know, it looked good. You know, we're going to save the world. But it was, you know, I found out last night I was wrong. It was 410 beds, and they don't exist. And it said that there was actually hotel vouchers. I think it said 170. So we got 2,000 people. We got an increase of homeless, like you know about in L.A., and we got 170 things. And they're talking about they're pushing all this money about a priority because of the coronavirus. That doesn't really exist in the homeless population. There's been maybe at the most 10 or plus cases when it comes to the homeless population, and they're talking about the people that are potentially. I mean, we got 70,000 homeless in LA, and what's the count with them? We don't get it out here in the element. It's the shelters in place that get it, and they have at least. You know, December was 4.5 million they had left, because it's not part of it. You know, Community Action couldn't even get a crumb to take care of these people. You know. So that's the sad part. Now, if the outreach, I was told, if somebody was on the outreach for Community Action, that there'd be a possibility that the money, that we could probably use that money. But $100,000 to get allocated for an outreach, there's nothing to outreach, because that's a waste of money.